Most traders are not told the truth about the market. They are told the market is opportunity. They are told the market is freedom. They are told the market is where money is made. But the first reality of the market is not profit. It is liquidation. The market is designed to take money from those who are unprepared, not because it is evil, not because it is unfair, but because it is a competitive environment where only those who survive are allowed to stay. Most traders do not fail because they lack intelligence. They fail because they do not understand what the market is actually trying to do. The market does not care about your confidence. It does not care about your analysis. It does not care about how right you feel. It only responds to behavior. And its natural behavior is to exploit weakness, overleverage, poor risk management, emotional execution, hope without structure. These are not mistakes. They are invitations for liquidation. Liquidation is not an accident. It is the market's way of enforcing discipline on those who refuse to learn it. I learned this the hard way. Early on, I thought trading was about being right. I thought if my analysis was good, the market would reward me. Instead, the market exposed me. It showed me that being right does not matter. If you cannot survive being wrong, that is when my mindset changed. I stopped asking how much I could make, and I started asking how long I could survive. Survival is the first skill every trader must learn, before profit, before strategy, before confidence, because the market will always give you an opportunity to be wrong. If you cannot survive that moment, nothing else matters. This is why probability matters. Probability is not about certainty. It is about exposure. High probability does not mean you will win. It means the environment is favorable enough to take a controlled risk. Low probability does not mean the market is bad. It means survival is more important than participation. This is why I do not trade signals. Signals encourage aggression. They encourage overconfidence. They encourage size. I trade boundaries. My scanner does not ask, how much can I make? It asks, am I allowed to be here? When probability is unclear, I stay out. Not because I am afraid, but because survival comes first. Most traders are liquidated, not by one bad trade, but by a series of emotional decisions made without protection. They add size. They move stops. They refuse invalidation. They hope the market will be kind. The market is not kind. It is efficient. And efficiency means weak hands are removed. Once I accepted that liquidation is part of the market's reality, everything changed. I stopped trying to beat the market. I started trying to coexist with it. Risk management became automatic. Position size became smaller. Invalidation became non-negotiable. I learned that the goal is not to avoid losses. The goal is to make losses survivable, because if you survive, probability has time to work, and if you don't survive, nothing else matters. This is why discipline is not optional. It is not a personality trait. It is not motivation. It is a requirement for survival. I no longer trade to feel smart. I trade to stay alive. Alive in the market, alive in the game. Alive long enough to let probability compound. That is the reality. Most traders are never told. The market will try to liquidate you. Your job is not to fight that reality. Your job is to build a process that makes liquidation difficult. That is what probability trading is about. Not prediction, not excitement, not ego, survival. And if you master survival, profit becomes possible. If you want to learn how to think this way, how to trade with survival as the priority, and how to use probability to stay in the market, you are in the right place. This is VAR probability trading. And here, survival always comes first. Part 2. Once you accept that liquidation is part of the market's design, you stop asking the wrong questions. You stop asking, how much can I make today? And you start asking, how do I avoid being removed? This is where most traders misunderstand survival. They think survival means never taking losses. That is impossible. Losses are not the enemy. Uncontrolled losses are. The market does not destroy traders because they lose trades. It destroys them because they refuse to define risk. They trade too big. They trade too often. They trade without invalidation. And when price moves against them, they freeze. They wait. They hope. They pray the market will come back. That moment is where liquidation is born. Liquidation does not begin when price hits zero. It begins when discipline disappears. This is why probability matters. Probability is not about predicting outcomes. It is about choosing environments where survival is realistic. High probability environments do not guarantee profit. They simply reduce exposure to unnecessary danger. Low probability environments are where liquidation thrives, not because the market is wrong, but because traders are impatient. This is why I do not chase opportunity. The market always offers opportunity. What it rarely offers is safety. My scanner exists to answer one question. Am I allowed to be here? If volume is unclear, I am not allowed. If structure is weak, I am not allowed. If probability is low, I am not allowed. This is not fear. This is survival logic. Most traders want to trade every day. The market rewards those who know when not to trade, because every trade you avoid, when conditions are unclear, is a liquidation you prevent. Survival is not passive. It is selective. And selection is where discipline becomes power. Part 3. Once survival becomes the priority, your entire relationship with the market changes. You stop needing to win. You stop needing to prove anything. You stop needing excitement. And that is uncomfortable at first, because excitement is what most people confuse with progress. But excitement is expensive. Consistency is quiet. When survival comes first, risk management stops feeling restrictive. It becomes freeing. You are no longer trapped by oversized positions. You are no longer emotionally attached to single outcomes. You are no longer one trade away from destruction. Losses become manageable. Drawdowns become recoverable. Mistakes become lessons instead of endings. This is why I say the market will try to liquidate you. Not once, not suddenly, but repeatedly. Through boredom, through overconfidence, through impatience. Your job is not to outsmart the market. Your job is to refuse removal. That is what probability trading really is. It is not prediction. It is not accuracy. It is survival through alignment. Alignment with volume, so you respect control. Alignment with structure, so you respect memory. Alignment with probability, so you respect uncertainty. When those align, you participate. When they do not, you step aside. And stepping aside is not weakness. It is how traders stay alive, long enough to matter. This channel exists to expose the reality most traders never hear. The market does not reward bravery. It rewards discipline. It does not care about confidence. It cares about risk. And it does not forgive those who refuse to learn survival. If you are here to gamble, this will feel boring. If you are here to survive, this will feel honest, because survival is the foundation of every profitable trader who lasts. This is VAR probability trading. And here, we do not trade to feel alive. We trade to stay alive.